What's going on, guys? Well, you're back with some puzzle monster quests. So let's get into this. Today we're going to be checking out this game. Of course, you can pick male, female. I did actually get some codes from them to get some stuff to actually show you guys. And yeah, they're going to be crossing over with Attack on Titans, which doesn't happen for a week. I believe next week, I think on Tuesday or something like that, is when the actual drop happens. So I will be showing you a character from that a little bit later, but we got to kind of get through the tutorial first, as well as I did get 100 crystals, which I'm going to be using when the actual drop happens. So I will be uploading that whenever it actually comes out. But pretty fun game, pretty interesting game. As you can see here, we do have different elements. We got the earth, fire, and so on and so forth. And you can see basically you just use the align to go through the map, attacking characters, or enemies I should say. With your character, you can have other characters, of course. You do have to go to the tutorial, which kind of sucks. I really wish you could actually skip it, but if you're new, it kind of does show you how to play. And all you have to do is chain these together. If you chain a certain amount together, you will do a bigger and better attack. And then of course you're trying to hit all the characters within a certain amount of time. You do have multiple floors, as you can see up at the top. We do have chests, which are going to be items, and then the eggs are going to be characters that you can unlock. And then of course you have gold, which you're going to need later on. And here it is right here. You can see the link skill is going to kill all 4 of the characters, and there it is right there. But yeah, that's basically how you play. You do have obstacles in some of the fights and stuff like that. We do have bosses at the end of each stage as well, so you're gonna have to get through those. But when the actual drop happens for Attack on Titans, it's gonna be pretty interesting because there's gonna be Titans. You're gonna be able to get the characters like Mikasa and stuff like that. Of course, I'm gonna be showing you one. I'm not too sure which one I'm actually getting. I'm not too sure if it's random, but I do actually want Mikasa, so whenever the actual drop happens, I will be going for that. But yeah, I've been having fun with this game. I've been playing it quite a bit. I will be uploading more of it, of course. Like I said earlier, I am going to be doing the openings for the new Attack on Titans whenever that drops. I believe it's next week. I will leave the link for the game in the description. I am playing this on Android if you guys are wondering, and you can actually play it on iOS as well. But there's the material, there's the monster. You're going to need the material to actually make equipment. And then, of course, the monsters you're going to need for your formation. Here's the actual formation. And yeah, it shows you can have different setups. Of course, you have the leader, and then you have different subbed characters. And depending on their actual type, that's what they're going to be attacking. So if you use fire, I recommend using different ones, of course. But depending on what you actually pull out of some of these, you are going to be able to get crystals from completing quests, from completing achievements and stuff like that. You don't get them from actually leveling up, which I really wish they would implement. Although you do level up pretty quick, but maybe every 5 levels, every 10 levels or something like that. That'd be nice. But you are going to need those to actually get and use the summonings in this one. And the summoning characters are pretty cool. You can get up to, I believe it's a 6-star. I have seen 5 stars and stuff like that. But I do actually want to try to get some of those characters. And each of them is going to have their own ability, of course, or their own special skill. And of course, you can see the floor we're actually going through now. They're just showing you how to actually play. You have to go through the tutorial first, and then of course you can actually mess around with some of the stuff. So that's what we're basically trying to get to. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I mean, it isn't the longest tutorial, but you do have to go through it. But it does teach you how to play if you didn't already know how to play. Very interesting concept though. Normally you would have to move around the blocks, and then those would be the ones that attack, or you chain the blocks together. But this one you actually chain the moves, so you got to try to get as far as you possibly can. But then again, you also have to put a little bit of strategy and attack the characters to actually kill them as well. You do have turns at the bottom by your own character. You do have your tag, which is your friend, and then you do have your monsters. Of course, there's a big blank spot, but those are for the other monsters that you're going to be putting in once you actually get them. And then you have the bar on the character that is of course filling up as you go along. That bar is going to be the special, so that's how you actually use it. And we're just trying to get through this to kill the boss. We got to kill the other guys as well. I don't think if you kill the boss it ends the fight. Sometimes that actually does work for other games, but this one you actually have to kill all the characters, so I would try to get them all in a row, and then when you do have your skill like it's about to show you, it's a lot easier to kill a ton of characters. And of course, most of the times if you do have a pretty high character, they're not going to survive, so using those skills is going to help you out a lot. And of course, each of them does have their own skills, so some of them are for healing, some of them for straight on attack, some of them are for changing the color of the blocks. I mean, there's just an infinite number of different ones. Some of them are for only attacking characters, and you can see we are getting equipment, and it tells you what it is used to forge. You are going to have to forge your own items, your own helm, your own body armor, and then of course your weapon. And then your weapon is going to be probably the one you want to use the most. I'm not too sure how the fire and stuff like that works. I'm not too sure if you equip a fire weapon, your fire, or if you equip a lightning, or because you get all the different ones, but I'm not too sure exactly if you put all of those together, because you can have a complete set of course, but I'm not that far into the game to actually tell you. I think I only made it to like level 7 or something like that, so I'm still trying to figure out some of the equipment stuff like that. And of course we're going to download, so I'll be right back. But we do have a ton of other stuff to actually get into. So as you can see, I did actually do the crystals, and then of course the daily sign-in, you do have crystals that you could actually obtain as well. You have the task book, daily tasks and stuff like that, where you're gonna actually be able to obtain some stuff. And I did already claim the character, which I will be showing you here in a second. But there's the map. You do have a shop where you're actually able to purchase diamond, or well, I almost wanted to call them diamonds, crystals, gold, and then you can see all the stuff you can actually get. They do have a one-time pack of $10 for 24 crystals, and then you do have VIP. It only costs 3 crystals to actually get VIP 1. It does go up to VIP 10. You do get bonuses, and then of course you get stuff from VIP as well, which is probably going to be a big help. I might actually end up getting VIP, I'm not too sure, but very interesting game. Here is the actual character that I actually obtained. I'm not too sure if it's random or if that's the only one they give us, but here's one of the characters you can actually get when the crossover happens. I currently have Armin. I really want to meet Casa just because that's my favorite character of Attack on Titans, but there he is right there. He does turn 8 tiles around him into blue, and then he does have a chain skill of a cross that does water damage. Of course, you can see his HP, you can see how much levels you can actually get on him. He is a 4-star. There are 5-star characters and stuff like that, so he isn't the best character, but I am just interested to see what other Attack on Titans characters they're gonna have. I mean, of course they're gonna have all of the main ones, but I want to see how far they actually go, if they introduce some of the new characters and stuff like that, or if they're just gonna have like the first season of Attack on Titans. But yeah, they're gonna have dungeons for this. They're gonna have bosses that are Titans. They're gonna have the actual characters that you're actually gonna be able to obtain. And whenever that does happen, as you can see up at the top, I do have 105 crystals. The summonings or the multi-summons are going to be costing 50 per summon, so I'm going to be saving that for when the actual event drops, so that way I can actually try to obtain some of the other characters to show you guys. So look forward to that. I will be uploading that whenever that does happen. But yeah, very fun, very interesting game. I do recommend going and trying it, and if you do like Attack on Titans, that is going to be dropping, I believe it's next week. I'm not too sure exact date, but hopefully it is going to be pretty interesting, and hopefully I get the character I want. That's all I'm hoping. We'll see what happens with that, but definitely go try out the game. I got nothing here, as you can see. Like, you can only do what's around you. I mean, you can chain them together, to build up your actual skill and stuff like that, but you're just trying to get up to the top where they actually are. They do come towards you as well, so all you have to do is kill them real quick. We do have 7 turns, and we're going to be able to kill this guy in 1 hit. You do have to level up your characters as well. Of course, we're level 1 on all our characters. We are going to try to get those up to Armin's, I think is 50. Our main, I'm not too sure exactly how his levels work, or her levels work. And then, of course, you have your other sub-characters, which, of course, we're going to try to get. I'm not going to be multi-summoning any of the ones they currently have, but I will be doing that pretty soon with the Attack on Titan one, whenever that comes out. But there you can see right there, I did get the green one that goes straight across. And now we got to figure out how to kill this one because it's right in front of us. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, we can come up behind it. Never mind. It's dead. Our tag is insane. Like, the tags you can actually get are pretty insane, so it's going to be interesting to see. I think later on, once the levels start getting a lot harder, your tag's going to be a little bit less. But some of the tags I've been running into are pretty high, so we'll see what happens with that. But here's one of the bosses. It is a thunder one. Of course, depending on their color, you're going to be able to attack with that. So this is lightning, so the best one to do is going to be the green one. Of course, I do have this one, which is going to be able to hit the boss. I do have my main, which is also going to be able to hit the boss. And then Armin's, of course, changes it to blue, but blue is weak, so we don't really want to do water damage. If it was fire, then of course we would want to do water. But as you can see, our main skill one-shots it. Although this is the early stages. Once you start getting into like the next couple of fights and stuff like that, it starts getting a lot harder. And then of course, once you get it a lot higher, you're gonna have to start getting your characters up in levels and stuff like that, getting better equipment. Your equipment does matter as well because it's gonna give you dodge, it's gonna give you more attack. And then depending on which one you actually go for, you're gonna have sets and stuff like that. So you're gonna be wanting to make all that. But I do recommend just trying to get as high as possible early on, and then start worrying about the stars, start worrying about some of the fights, because these stars are gonna give you they're gonna give you 3 stars, and then each of the chapters or stages, like stage 1 or chapter 1 is gonna have, I think it's like 15 or 16 different stars or something like that. 16 stars. And then you also have to gain all those stars to get extra rewards. And you can see some of the forge equipment. You're going to have to go back and fight some of these stages over and over. There is a skip card or a blitz card or sweep card. But currently you can't actually buy them. Well, at least I don't know where to buy them. Or maybe I'm not high enough to actually do that yet. But yeah, when you actually have to go back and actually get some of the equipment, you do have to do the fights over. But you're way stronger by the time you do that, so it really doesn't do too much, and you're probably going to be able to go right through it. So we'll get off here. Let me know what you guys think of the game. I will be uploading more of this, especially when the Attack on Titan stuff comes out, because I do like the series. But definitely let me know what you think of the game. The link is going to be in the description if you guys do want to go play it. I will be playing more of this. If you guys do have any other games you want me to play, please let me know in the comments or send me a message, and I will get to those as soon as I possibly can. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys later.